because I think for a lot of people around the country, especially kids growing up, they think, New York City, Los Angeles, what would it be like to live there? What was it like for you being a kid in New York City?
Being a kid in New York City is one of the coolest things ever. Before I moved to New York City, I had a crazy fear of the stage, and after the first year of New York, I was not afraid anymore. I was just bold, and the diversity and the fast pace is so cool, and that really just builded who I am. And honestly, I started performing there, and that's really where I grew my love of performing. I was a violinist there, and I got to perform in some of the most amazing places. I actually got to perform at Carnegie Hall, and I had some amazing teachers who were on Broadway. It was so cool.
You mentioned Carnegie Hall. So how did that happen? And were you nervous at all? Because that is a very historic location to be performing.
Yes, so every year through the program I went through, we got to perform at a very cool venue, and through the School of Strings, so there were a bunch of violinists. And one year we were very lucky, and we got to perform at Carnegie Hall, which is so iconic because the year before that, I took my violin out and I played outside Carnegie Hall just for fun. And a year later, I got to perform inside, so it was a bunch of nervous excitement all at the same time.
I think that gives me some flashbacks to a young Justin Bieber playing outside of an Avon Theater up in Canada.
Yes.
What was that experience like for you, and where did you get the idea just to go out there and play outside of a venue that, is known for its music?
I think my parents really wanted me to just get over my fear, and they're like, let's just go play in the streets. Come on, it'll be so much fun. So, we gradually progressed. Sometimes it was outside my house. Sometimes it was outside of the Natural History Museum. And it was really just to build up my confidence, and it did.
That's amazing. So obviously, it sounds like your parents are very supportive of everything that you do with your acting and with your performance. What did your family and friends originally think of you pursuing a career as a performer?
So my parents are some of the most supportive people ever. Whenever I feel like giving up, they're like, no, look how far you have gotten. You are amazing. You are talented. You got this, girl. And, so many sacrifices had to be made, and they're the sweetest people ever. And my friends, they think it's the coolest thing ever. They're like, hey, how's the show going? I'm like, it's going great. You can see it in a few weeks. And they're so sweet, and I'm so grateful to have amazing family and friends.
And you're still in school right now, I'd imagine, right?
I am, yes. I do homeschool online, and it's amazing.
And one of the classes that I believe you take is French. Is that right?
I do. I used to take French in New York.
Okay, so you speak a little bit of French. Can you give us some of that French right now? I'd love to hear some of the Kensington Tallman French.
Oui, un peu français. Je m'appelle Kensington. Je suis une actrice en Nickelodeon Club de Théâtre.
I love it. That is so awesome. Very cool, Kensington. All right, so as we begin to wind down the interview, we have something called the Final Five. They're the last 5 questions of the interview, and they're kind of a snapshot of where you are in your life right now in your world, the world of Kensington. All right, so the first question is who do you speak with each day?
Besides my family, the people I speak to the most has to be my cast. We are besties, and we have our own group chat, and we love to FaceTime each other every night and play virtual Uno. I also love to talk to my bestie, Samantha Smith, and she's so encouraging and supportive, and I love her so much.
What item do you use each day other than your phone?
An item that I use every day besides my phone has to be my art supplies, because whenever I've got 5 minutes, I'll take out my markers and I'll just doodle. Or when I have more time, I recently started picking up embroidery, or I'll crochet, which I absolutely love. I even have my crochet blanket right here.
Oh, I love it. Hold it up for us real quick. What's that look like?
It's like a mini version. I was just bored one day, and I'm like, let's make something fun.
Wow. Okay, so for those of you guys on the podcast, this is like a purple and white and gray Kensington sized.
Yeah.
Is it considered a blanket, or what is that considered?
It's more of I don't know. I guess a blanket, maybe a miniature blanket, a little cozy. I don't know, a cozy seat. Yeah, I guess.
And she's in this director's chair almost that it looks like it is very Bianca Kensington, really bringing it today with the interview set. All right. Where is your dream vacation?
My dream vacation has to be Italy, France, and London because I started speaking a little bit of Italian, and Italian is my favorite food, and just the rich culture of Italy is so cool. I also would love to go to France because I actually have family in France and I've never been outside of the US, and the Eiffel Tower is so cool. And I would love to go to London because I really want to see Kensington Palace.
Well, if you do make your way out there, you do speak a little bit of the language, so you're right there with it. That's pretty exciting. All right. When did you know that you wanted to become an actor?
I knew that I wanted to become an actress when I first moved to LA, which was about 3 years ago. But when I was in New York, I did a lot of print and commercial. I did audition for TV and film, but when I got here, it just, something clicked for me. It was like, this is my passion, this is what I want to do, and I'm willing to commit. And that was really where I got my start.
What item do you use each day other than your phone?
Yes, the item that I use every day besides my phone is my art supplies. I love my art supplies so much. I will take out my pen and my markers and I'll just draw something every day. I also love to do embroidery I recently picked up.
Very cool. And how do you define success?
I define success based on what you do, like how do you love it? Like, it's not about the money at all. It's, do you love this? Are you willing to commit for it? And how do you respond to failure? Instead of giving up, you persevere. And if you're not loving something, don't do it. I love acting so much, and I consider myself successful because of how much I love it.
That's very cool. And you can see her portraying the role of Bianca in Nickelodeon's new series, Drama Club. If you had to give people that last 30-second elevator pitch on why they should check out Drama Club, what would you tell the people?
Drama Club is something new and hasn't been done before, and it's funny for all ages. It's funny for parents, it's funny for kids, and the mockumentary style hasn't been done for kids a lot, so it's very funny, and every episode has guaranteed laughter, drama, and ultimately a whole lot of heart.
She is Kensington. Thank you so much for giving us some of your time today. You did so good.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a blast.